happening? There we are.
I don't know. It's our format. Hi.
Hey, okay. This is the Leafcast. My name is Ryan, and I'm currently looking for Oospi because of all the fucking.
And I am Ryan's brother Dan, and I am as proud as a Shido with one goat. And we are the way of the Leaf, and this is the Leafcast. Ryan, if you can turn up your mic or get closer, that would be great.
I will. Is that better?
That is better. Yes.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you know why we're here. We're doing our first time reader show. We're covering chapters 8 through 10 today. We lied. We're not getting as far as we thought, but we've had some fun texting banter about these chapters, Dan.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
The crew isn't up in arms.
Right. It's bound to happen sometimes, Ryan. And I think these chapters, I think this is gonna be a good show. It'll be a little faster, but we're gonna get to some meat and potatoes here. We're gonna get some meatloaf out of this with cranberries sauce.
And you are on location, right, Dan?
I am on location. I'm stuck in Coos Bay currently in the beautiful state of Oregon. It's a great city. I should be in Portland. However, Mother Nature is not allowing me to. There is a vicious ice storm. Portland does not know how to snow. When it snows, it just turns to ice and everyone just slides around like crazy sliding things. So rather than braving those mountain passes, I decided to hunker down for one more day and leave in the morning. So so I'm here in Coos Bay, Oregon, home of paper mills, apparently.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking the old Standard.
Oh, wow. Going back to high school. All right, let's bring him in. No one is to love him.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot my book.
Wait, hold on.
What kind of club are you joining?
I grabbed the wrong book. It's not the right one. It's definitely the wrong book.
What book is that?
This is The Firekeeper's Daughter. I only am on page 1. I briefly opened it today and I was like, ooh, this looks good. I'm going to start reading it. And then I lost the Wheel of Time, apparently. But it's around here somewhere. I'll find it. Anyways, these are good chapters, though. I'm really excited. Yay.
We have so many Bibles in the house. They get lost amongst them.
Yeah. New James.
True.
Gideon's Bible.
So many Bibles.
The Times New Roman Bible, Dan?
Times New Roman, yes. And
I like mine in Helvetica and you, please.
Yeah, the Helvetica.
I prefer my Arial.
Arial Black?
Comic Sans Bible.
We all need firewood. It's fine.
So, Josh, explain to me as a tech guy, Comic Sans. Why? Did people send that to each other and then you translated it back into something else? Why Comic Sans?
Hackers have way better ways to have fun than that, Ryan. I'm sorry.
That's adorable.
Yeah, cross streams while naked in the desert.
It is adorable.
What does that mean? So when I use sans
serif, no serifs.
Okay. Without comic? No comic here. This is not a funny font.
Do you think anybody actually memorize Comic Sans? Do they actually write letters to each other, read it they read English?
I like Comic Sans. I don't know why people. Comic Sans is
child's writing almost.
It's like the
it just
Gowan.
looks sweet.
Yeah, I like it, and most people don't. I like Gowan.
I like it.
No, you know what I mean?
Oh no!
Yeah, it's the Gowan of fonts.
Wingdings Bible, yes.
Winged.
I think I've been thinking wingdings the whole time. Wingdings is just the nonsense syllables, right?
Oh yeah, you've been thinking something else.
Yeah, it's
Comic Sans is legible.
It looks like handwriting, kind of.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, I was thinking about the shit that
It's
just
like cute.
symbols.
Yeah, I thought wingdings was like swirls and pound signs and
It is.
yeah.
I'm just gonna grab my book
Did you get all
while
your
you guys
pink
sort
lights
this out. Huh?
Did you get your pink lights going behind you?
I did a little bit, but it's kind of bright in here, so they're not really.
Okay.
It's vague. It's
I
vague.
came back there.
A hint of pink.
A hint of oops and a sparkling water.
Hi,
Ooh,
Debbie.
nice score. This is like 2 days old.
Well, I'm stoked to see everyone in chat. I hope everyone's doing well. Please
What?
let us know what you guys are imbibing or smoking, or whatever thing you're doing with your hands. Tell us what you're doing with your hands right now. That's what I want to know. And chat. Everyone, what are you doing with your hands?
PC. So, Dan, I was saying, I really think we need a full show on chapters 11 and 12 anyways.
Yeah.
Because this book, Ryan nailed it. It's a seismograph. It's like the book's like,
Yeah.
not much happening, not much shit's not happening, okay.
It's like an earthquake
Yeah.
on the seismograph.
It's
You
like
guys
a-
are funny.
The plot line is like a seismograph.
I like that analogy a whole lot, Josh. That works for me. I maybe a heartbeat.
Yeah, I mean, like one
Well,
the
then-
single heartbeat that created the universe, maybe. You know? Oh. Okay, who are you talking
What is
to?
this ASMR?
Oh,
going?
sorry. This is
It's hot.
We're getting some
sorry.
viewers.
This is my baby girl. This is my little baby Freya. I had to pick her up. She was chewing on a cord. Sorry, I forgot my mic was.
Yeah, that's okay.
What?
You are welcome. Okay, so found my book.
We just hear, oh my little baby.
And it was just me going, oh, the little baby. I mean, look at that face. I can't even handle it. She was chewing on a cord, and I saved her life. What? It's not a big deal. Get back to what you were doing.
I mean, she can't say thank you, but we could, right?
Shush, baby.
Okay, let's get a close up.
Look at your little belly. Awesome, baby.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if you can really see her.
Freya,
No.
Oh,
Don't
He's-
cry, Frey.
10,
Oh.
11 weeks old.
Oh, Crispin's barking at me now. He's like, hey. Hey, me
Big
too.
belly.
Oh, God. He's chewing on the cord. Come here, buddy. Are you fucking serious, you guys? You're killing me. Finally get all my shit working and we get puppies.
whoops.
You sound great, Carissa.
Thank you. Until he chews through the cord. That's fine. It'll be good. La.
What was that
We did
sound?
that.
Oh, what the
I know, that was her. She's all
I wrote a quick, real quick summary.
Let's
of
go.
these things. All right. And Ryan, since we're just doing 3, I'm going to run through the whole summary of all 3, and then we'll just go through the chapters. How's that?
Yep.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Love it.
All right. All right. Bam. All right. Yeah, change the music. Give me something a little bit.
Oh, you want some of the more gravitas?
Yeah.
This is-
yeah,
A little bit Mario
That's-
Brother-esque.
fun. It's more fun. this narrator's fun.
Oh, fun.
There.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. This is called Chapter 8. It's called Seafolk and Kin, and it's Elaine chapter. It's right after Chapter 7. Elaine's walking back to her apartment. She meets with Rini Horter. I can't read my own writing. Horford. She's the first maid. She's has spies. Elaine is already hating ruling. She's like, it's so much drudgery. And then boom, runs right into Van Dien. Van Dien has 2 kin with her. It's Kirsten and Zarya. and they are going full on Sherlock Holmes about who killed Adelaide. Vandine is like, you train him out, and Al is like, no, I'm the boss. Let's have Nye do it. Nynaeve comes in. She's like, what? Have me do what, bitches? They're like, oh, yeah, you got to train these girls. She's like, no. Boom. They're good. They're gonna find the killers. You do it. Vandine accedes. Nynaeve hasn't been out of her rooms all day. Boom, 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 boom. Nynaeve has all been. What?
Were you just okay?
I think that was the sex happening between.
That was the sex happening.
I guess.
They all go to Rianne Corley. Rianne Corley's with someone else, and they're doing straight up torture to a Shanshan lady. Lan tells him, hey, you should free them. Nynaeve agrees. Tyshar, baby. Chapter 9, a cup of tea. It's Elaine. Elaine gets back to her condo, and she is like ready for her day. She's putting on her dress. She's meeting with the merchants later. She is dialed in. She's talking to Nori, and Dylan's there. Nori's like, girl, we done found some good Alum. We found some Alum. You are the fruit of Alum now. That's great news. Alum is super expensive, I guess. Also, Rand gossip talk. Word of the Sun Palace Museum destroyed by the One Power. She promises to slap Rand when she sees him next. Yep. Also, Borderland news. Where are all the people? Also, there's an army in Bran Woods. In comes some food. She drinks.
The poisonous peaches get mentioned again too.
What's that?
Isn't this a chapter where the poisonous peaches get mentioned again?
Yep. Yeah. No, the next one. Yeah, maybe it's this one. So she's in come the food. Oh no, is this tea that I just drank minty? Yep. Fork root, baby. In comes men with knives. They wet Dylan right across his belly. I'm bleeding. And the last thing Elaine sees are dead assassins and one wrestling with a royal guardsman over a dagger before she passes out thinking, Brigitte, hurry. Chapter 10. Elaine awakes and is scolded. She gets healed by getting dosed by Nynaeve. She's like, fine, I'm going to Tel'aran'rhiod. Meets Nynaeve and Egwene there.
Brother Dan, instead to cure her, I heard she gave her spoon root tea.
Spoon root?
Yeah.
I realized the door was open.
Well, yeah, it's the antidote to fork root. Is
spoon root, obviously.
Yeah. All right, that was
It's actually I believe it's called a spifran, which is a spoon and a knife combined.
A spife? Okay. I thought you were going to go spork, but yeah, spife. Nice.
Sport. Oh, yeah, spife. No, that's it. That's an alliance against the...
What do you spoon that you also need a knife?
I don't know. You tell me.
You don't?
What?
All right, here, I'll finish. Egwene is so Amarylline. It's gross. She's also really good in Tel'aran'rhiod, better than the other girls. They update eggs. She's like, all Aes Sedai will use the Oath Rod, but they can just use it and quit when they retire to our retirement fund. They see a guy, he splits. They hear other noise, they all split. Suddenly we have Asmi and Chesmold are doing embroidery. Nice. As one does. And in enters Eldrith and then Tamael. And we have an impromptu Black Aja party. There's talk about masking wards on bonds for warder bonds and killing Nynaeve. And then we get Millie Skane. Millie Skane is in disguise. She's ordering around Thalion, and Marillyn says, hey, you're being bold. She's like, shut up, bitch. I know Morden. Do you know Morden? I know Morden. She name drops Morden about 20 times. And then we hear that David Hanlon is now the new head of security for Team Elaine.
He was the
and
one.
That is the summary of our show here, Ryan. Let's get into it.
All right, yeah. Okay, change the music. And back. Okay, so First point. They're embroidering. I guarantee you one of those pillows said layer, sweet layer. Uh-huh.
What?
Okay.
Very funny, Ryan.
Wait.
And
I'm
the other
so
one said-
not getting it tonight. Are these a bunch of dad jokes? What's
Layer.
the
happening?
other one said, this
Layer,
message
sweet layer. Home
Huh?
sweet home. Home sweet home. Layer sweet layer.
Okay,
Nope.
Cute.
What you're going for?
cute.
Yes.
Pobetty's nerfect.
I thought it was really funny how the Black Aja were referred to as Black Sisters.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was funny. In here, I didn't expect it, and it was hilarious. It caught me off guard.
I know.
I was like, what the hell did he just say? Did he just call them Black Sisters? What? What's happening? Let's get down tonight, you know?
Gonna get down tonight.
Some soul
Wait
sister
a second.
stuff.
Chapter 8 is called Sea Folk and Kin, and it has the Adam as its symbol.
Exactly, he gets it.
Lexus just. Hello.
Quiet, man.
Mr. Wild. Exactly.
Are those scars on your back, or did you pass out and they just drew on you?
Oh man, you were the first to fall asleep at the sleepover.
Classic.
Oh, no.
Classic YMN.
I've so gotten drawn on.
Of course, that was you, Ryan.
Oh,
And I fucking dropped all of those bitches. We were friends. They drew on my face, took pictures. I never fucking spoke to them again.
Just held it against them forever.
Yeah.
Well, on a much more wholesome note, his daughter drew on him. That's cute.
well, that's just sweet.
Never speak to her again. Follow her.
Fuck that bitch, okay?
Elaine's walking. She meets with her first maid. She has a first maid and a first clerk. They're both like kind of little spy masters. They dish her the tea. Some of what they tell her is that. Well, hold on.
Oh, by the way, if you want to buy those pictures, find me on Snapchat. They're quite pricey.
But she's the one who tells them about Rand, how the palace,
Well,
the Sun Palace had been destroyed. What's that?
go ahead. I'm sorry.
But as she's walking, she sees she's seeing what's happening. There's someone being led with an Adam's leash that they're kind of covering, not too, suspiciously or anything. And again, Elaine is I don't know how long has she been here, because it's like, here's a lot of her thoughts to me is her complaining about her responsibilities. Her and Birgitta are both like, geez, there's paperwork up to here. What the fuck?
Yeah.
We really need
We had it good when we were just out on our own.
efficient system here. Ruling means endless weeks of drudgery and rare hours of doing what you wanted. Very rare hours.
Very
Well,
rare.
what-
hours, yeah.
We're not seeing you rule at all. What? We're seeing you walking.
Well,
There.
so I mean, I do just want to note, like, maybe you noticed this too, Kay, but it seems like suddenly the milieu of women who can channel has changed, right? Like, it always seemed like Aes Sedai were the ones in control and like with priority, and those were the ones that the story would focus on. But now there's hundreds of kin and dozens of seafaring women who can channel around 5 or like 9 Aes Sedai, right? And the power dynamics have radically shifted because of the deal.
Mhm.
And it's just, yeah, like, I don't know why it felt so much more apparent in these chapters than it did up until now. Maybe it's just because we're finally getting the Elaine perspective. I guess we haven't really had Elaine's perspective in a while, but it does seem like time has passed.
Mhm.
And it's weird. It's a weird dynamic. They even talk about the kin, standing up for themselves, and there's a lot of stuff in here just about the sort of turmoil, political and social turmoil that came as a byproduct of like all of these other women who could channel being outed, and now normalized to some extent.
Yeah. Interesting. I hadn't really thought about it like as an entire shift from all of them, but more so, I guess I didn't really think about it that much though, and I'm realizing now that I just hadn't put that much thought into that, having changed in the way that it has. But you're right, it totally has. Yeah, interesting.
And to your point, Josh, we've seen Aes Sedai become more subjugated across various
the board. Yeah. And it was interesting to get this little sneak peek of Egwene, who's like really holding firmly to the values Aes Sedai, but not really like having the insight that they're having, that we're seeing through their eyes, and like it not being communicated to her, and her not even really being open to it, and then like doubling down on the values. I don't know, that's really stuck out to me once I like realized how much the status quo had changed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and we'll get more into Egwene when we get into that. I think it's the next chapter where they go into the dream.
Right.
But
I love I want to talk about the dream when we get there. Oh, that's so great. I love it. The dream is funny.
But Egwene is stuck in a weird spot to me, in that she is like the leader of it, and they're all in a weird spot because the kin are changing everything, and yet this is a very conservative organization that have very defined traditional rules. This Oath Rod is something that goes back thousands of years, but
yeah, this is older than the Roman Catholic Church for sure, and see how like hard they are to change anything.
Yeah.
They talk about like the whole, the Oath Rod being something that I forget how he phrased it, but it's like more of a suggestion now than like a requirement.
Well, no, what Egwene is saying, as the Amyrlin, is that she is going to demand that all Aes Sedai swear on the Oath Rod, even though that they know
she has not.
And she intends to day one, is what she says. So she's not going to be a dictator, except for day one.
All right. So what do we think of this decision?
Republican. She's like, I don't have to do it, but I'm going to make sure all of you do.
Right? Yeah, she's so nice. So, okay, like right now, she's saying everyone has to swear on the Oath Rod. It's that important to the fundamental nature of what it is to be Aes Sedai and how it interacts with the world. Blah blah blah. But however, it will cut everyone's life in half, and they just prove that not swearing on the Oath Rod and channeling, you can live up to 600 years. So she's capping everyone's life spans for this. What do you think of that?
So the thing actually that stuck out to me the most about this is that maybe Cadsuane never swore the Oath Rod.
Oh shit! Ooh, okay, like it.
That was my hot take from this.
That makes a lot of sense. She was the oldest kinswoman in Abodar. No,
not Cadsuane. Cadsuane's
no, sorry.
But yeah.
Okay.
I'm in this part where she's talking about the three oaths and the Oath Rod, and she's like, don't even tell me I shouldn't talk about age. Yeah. It's a ridiculous custom, and you know it. I don't know. I mean, it's just a bizarre thing to not. I don't even know what to think about, like the years being like cut in half and like the lifespan piece of it necessarily. Oh my God! Do you hear the puppies? I'm sorry, I'm getting really distracted. They're like. Okay.
You're
Anyway,
You're doing so great.
I'm sorry. I was so I got so I was so distracted. They're so what?
You derailed yourself.
What? I know. I'm the worst. No, as much as what was I saying? The whole like cutting the lifespan in half, as much as like her not having to take the oath and but she's going to require that of everybody. Like what's going on?
Well,
Why doesn't she wants to bypass everything?
I think you did misunderstand. She does have every intention of taking the oath as well.
Does she? Okay.
Yeah. And again, we'll get into it way more when we get.
I thought the other thing that was really interesting about this is that Aes Sedai don't talk about age.
No.
Think about that. Think about why that might be. If suddenly they started thinking about how different their lifespan was than the women who could channel before them who didn't take the oath. And it's even brought up a couple of times to make the point especially hard of like how the kin use age for diminuting authority and Aes Sedai use power. And how age is not meant to be talked about, right? Because it would reveal that they've been suffering under this thing for all this time.
Yeah. It's almost akin to the secret that the Seanchan are holding about the soul dams being able to channel.
Right.
Like fundamental lie to themselves that they would, right? Like that they even mentioned it that they think could even break them apart. Fundamental. So yeah, like it's like they Sedai themselves have this kind of secret thing that interesting.
Well, Ryan, you made a really good segue because Rianne is actively trying to break a Seanchan in this chapter. Soldam, who claims that she can't see weaves, but is openly weeping every time they throw the thing on her face, like so that she can't hear and she can't see. But she is just like sobbing and pretending that she can't see these things that she shouldn't be able to see, but is obvious to her.
Right.
What do you think about this
orange vibe to the
right? Yeah. Like pry those eyeballs open.
But is this cruelty to just try to show someone what's obvious?
Yeah, like the show really depicted a lot of Game of Thrones-y style like torture and stuff, and we've seen a little of that in the way people are treated. There are some horror elements always to these books, but yeah, this is pretty explicit torture. It feels like Guantanamo style.
Yeah, and then Lan comes in and is like, "What the f?"
Yeah,
right.
Cut this out.
Well, and I mean, even their plan is somewhat insidious. They're like, "All right, let's let her free. She knows. She knows."
It's similar to what we saw with them using the chair, the retribution chair, in the basement.
Oh, yeah.
Totally different group of Aes Sedai in a totally different place, unrelated, right? Like using a very similar mechanism of torture to get to truth.
Yeah, and Ryan, to your point,
so
also,
what year was this book written? And like, what was happening in contemporary politics at the time? Like, is this comment about Guantanamo?
Oh, well, that's let's look it up.
Did they mention waterboarding in here? But they mention that she was collared at 13 or 14. She's not certain which, and she's been Damane for 400 years. So the age thing, even we see it here as well. And she's considerably stronger than Nynaeve, who's, according to the show, is the strongest Aes Sedai we've seen.
We've seen two people who are much stronger than Nynaeve in these chapters.
And so that's kind of where they're at too. She says, "Do we dare let her free?" They're facing the they're facing the same fears that everyone else has about Aes Sedai.
Mhm.
They are suddenly now voicing that fear amongst themselves. Do we dare set them free? You know, they're not tied to the Oath Rod. They're not us, and they're as strong as us, and that's scary.
Winter's Heart was written in 2000. It was published in 2000, so you can imagine it was written in 98, 99.
Probably, yeah. Mhm.
Bill Clinton was in.
That's so weird. That doesn't even feel like that's that long ago.
Right.
So long ago. I'm old.
So Nynaeve says we
Talk
must,
about age.
and she gets a Tyshar Manetheren, and that
Armanethrin, baby.
you know that makes the panties drop. That's like his word. Like she's like,
Like, say my name, say hi, Armanethrin.
Tyshar me.
Tyshar Nynaeve.
I love it later on. I don't even know what this has to do with anything, but it made me think of it when Min's like, I don't know what toes have to do with anything. When Avienda says something about like, or somebody says something about owing a lot of toe, and she's like, I don't know what toes have anything to do with anything, or fingers for that matter.
Yeah. She does apologize for that later, but we aren't getting to this yet.
Yes.
So, one of the assassins was toe-headed. Do you remember that?
Mm.
Oh yeah, the toe-headed.
What
Yeah,
the fuck is a toe-headed person?
it's
Go
blonde.
ahead. It means like redhead.
Blonde. Yeah, it's a blonde.
Blondish red.
Blonde. Super, super, super blonde.
Oh yeah, just pure blonde.
Toe-headed.
Like so white, your hair like just looks.
How do you
Your head
know
just
it?
looks like a toe.
There are some drinking obligations in this chapter. This chapter 8. We're still on here. Okay. And the first one I only have a couple, but I do have some. Where are you? My perverted little lines. Oh, here. Okay. Well, she was not closeted with Nynaeve, but once again she schooled her tongue.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe.
Sure.
Yep.
She stiffened and her hands fluttered,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and that's the only two I have. Did you have any, guys?
Yeah. No, I don't have any in here. None are really popping out to me, but in the next chapter, man.
Mm-hmm.
Next chapter I'm excited about. My favorite one is in the next. Wait, is the next chapter?
Interesting.
Yeah, Nynaeve, it was, as soon as he says Tyshar Manetheren, quote, Nynaeve's mouth fell open, then curled into a tremulous smile. Sudden tears glistened in her eyes as she spun to face him, her face joyous. He smiled back at her, and there was nothing cold in his eyes.
I mean, Elaine struggled not to gape is, yeah, a hard one to ignore, but
Elaine struggled not to gape. Nice.
I love gaping. Any gape.
they're
Gape reminds me of like
all over
the
the place, Ryan.
yeah, it is mentioned that they're gaping. Yeah.
They're constantly gaping.
There's quite a bit of gaming.
Isn't gape the space between a woman's thighs and their vagina? Like,
Yeah,
where, like
I think it depends on the context.
that's what Dad taught me when we were little. He taught me that's the gape.
Yeah, that's
That's the
yeah.
gape.
The golden
Yeah.
child.
Mm.
That's like preferable.
And you
I
haven't
don't-
questioned that since?
Well, I mean,
Yeah, Ryan
I
was
learned
like,
it.
Ryan
I
was
learned
like,
the word.
I went on a date. I'm like, did you see the gape?
Oh no.
Oh no.
And he's like, the space between your legs.
Yep. And my answer is always yes.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
Yeah.
Yelp.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. Sure did. She was wearing jeans, so I got a good look at it.
We learned that there was Rand had sent. It said, "What a gift!" Rand had sent her a 29 Shanshan Soldam, neatly held by Adam, and 5 Damane. Yeah, they had been given into the kin's keeping because no one else had the time.
No one else had the time.
So busy. So busy. Ryan, did you see the amount of papers that Brigitte has to go through? I mean, it's literally.
Yeah.
Who has the time?
But my mouth was agape while gaping at her gape.
Did your eyes pop? And were you agog?
Yeah. And then like in another world, people did drink to it. It was weird. They're all like, "Oh, drinking obligation." And then they all drank mead and shit. It was weird.
You felt a stirring in your groin, and you're like, "Did that guy just write that I felt a stirring in my groin?" What?
Why even Wild?
Skipped by with his knife advanced.
What?
Say again?
What? Skipped
No.
by with his knife advanced. Did we do that one?
No.
Wait,
We were
what?
talking about toe-headed. We were talking about toe-headed, and it's near like a toe-headed young man with bright blue. But anyways, then he goes skipped by with his knife advanced.
Yeah. I mean, that's a stretch. That's like might be the worst one ever.
What?
Hey,
Ryan.
you're gonna eat
No.
your words in a minute there, buddy.
The way Brother Dan uses his puppet to fuck, like that's murder.
Well,
I'm a stone cold killer. If that's what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, Dan, when you dry hump, like you look like you're just ramming your boner against a brick wall.
Right.
Just to say,
Ram.
Just-
Wait,
just to quote Howie Mandel from 1980s.
it looks like I'm ramming my boner against a brick wall.
Yes.
But what I did, just like a cartoon, is I painted a little circle on it. Give a tunnel.
A cartoon glory hole.
A cartoon glory hole.
back to the glory hole. Yeah.
Glory. Stop. Please stop.
No.
You varmint.
Like, But sometimes those holes are magical portals, but then sometimes you just drop something and they're just gone. Where do they go?
Where'd they go?
Where do they go?
Where'd they go?
It's like a magic bag of holding.
An elephant bag?
You said it. not me.
All right. Is there anything else about chapter 8 that we wanted to talk about that I missed?
This is your time, Kay.
This is
Oh, yeah.
Speak now, because we will never talk about this chapter again.
Kaishar Manatharan.
We may talk about Taisha thing because it's
A cup of tea.
All right, how about a between chapter Bella?
Once again, she schooled her tongue. Yeah. All right. Let's jump into chapter 9 then. Chapter 9 is called A Cup of Tea.
Yeah, it is.
Does that even mean?
I don't know.
Well, you're goddamn
It's
right.
fork root. Okay. It's a fork root chapter. That's all I know.
Is cup of tea, is that a drinking obligation?
Sure.
This is the way.
Spoon root.
Spoon root.
Spoon root. Fork root tea and spoon root serum.
Spoon root, spork, yeah. Spoon root.
Spoon root.
Here she's talking to the first clerk. It's Howen Nori. Howen is kind of everything that, what's her name, the first maid said. Howen already fucking told her. But the first maid had been serving Morgase even. And she's like, you know, Elaine, sometimes I don't know if I serve the realm or if that first maid lady, I can't remember her name, does. So,
Yeah, she serves her.
yeah, I told you we're not talking about that chapter ever again, so don't bring her up. Let's see. This is where we hear about Alum, the fruit of Alum. There's generally you'd have to go to Geldar, and who the fuck wants to go all the way over there when you can get the sweetest Alum in the world now? Apparently, right under Elaine's vast estates of mountains and pastures. It puts up a pretty high political level suddenly. It's like finding it's like not having to go to Zanzibar for diamonds, or you know.
Well, okay.
Who wants to go to Zanzibar? Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's just nothing. Good.
Nothing.
No,
Josh, do you think Alum is going to come into play in the future?
Isn't it alum?
Whatever. You say alum.
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 Oh, they
Illuminate. Alum.
it's alum, but
Call the whole thing, Josh.
what if Alum?
Whatever. Your name's a verb, Josh. No.
Loom.
The loom.
alum.
And Elaine is like, cool. I get to then this all these colleges that Rand wants the state to build. I won't go bankrupt. That's kind of cool. I'll just throw some of this. We'll have a loom.
Alum money at it.
It's the University of Looms. There's Rand gossip that he was either killed or he swore to the Aes Sedai. Who knows with that guy, right? And Elaine's like,
Oh, yeah, that's great.
I'm gonna slap him.
Oh yeah, yeah. I heard we took him out with the drone strike.
Alum.
Alum.
Alum. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh no.
the drone loom.
Even fucking funny, Ryan, but
It's topical.
Alum Al-Bagari?
It's timely. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. My daddy.
Your daddy? Alum Al-Bagladi? Baglady?
that lady.
It's a woman who picks up.
Oh, I remember my question. I have a question for Josh.
Talk to me.
Okay, there's a kid that runs past Elaine before she gets poisoned. And do you remember that? And she thinks like, oh, he's too young to like be like a spy, right? Like be anything really bad. And then she thinks about how she's not that much older than he is.
Mhm.
And that do we know who poisoned her?
No,
Great question,
but
Kate.
we know that it was the Black Asha
Right.
because the guy who saves her shows up in their quarters, right? Or I guess it wasn't the Black Asha.
Right.
It's the Dark Friends. at the end of the chapter where we see that. It's not the Black Osh.
Right. Well, and then Dylan dies.
No, she
Was
doesn't.
Dylan the-
She gets saved.
No? Oh, she just gets stabbed. Oh, okay. She just gets stabbed.
She almost dies, but she's brought back with healing.
That's right. I forgot about that. Okay, but did you think that kid had anything to do with it?
I think the kid brought the poison wine. So okay,
Yeah.
it actually brought me to a place I wanted to be, which is there's a lot of shit in here about Elaine being Ta'Veren,
Yeah.
Yes.
which I believed I think both of us have believed all three of the girls are from the get-go anyways.
hmm
So I just thought it was interesting to see that
Wait, Kay, is that your belief?
really laid into here.
Kay, do you believe
What?
that all? Do you believe that all three are Ta'Veren also, Nynaeve, Egwene, and Elaine?
I think we've talked about this and a lot. I think so. I mean, like they all seem to have these things that have. Wait, which ones? Elaine, Nynaeve, and who?
Egwene.
Egwene.
Oh, Egwene. Yeah. I do.
Here, let's do a little roll call. You say yay or nay? Fail.
No.
Nay.
Josh.
Nay.
No.
Alviarin.
Nay.
Yeah.
Cat Swain.
Mm. No, I don't know. Maybe, but she's like got. I don't know.
How
I don't have
about
enough information.
I was
Aaron,
wondering
how
if
about-
Cassian might be a hero of the Horn reborn.
Patton Fane? Patton Fane? Is that
No,
what you just said?
no, I said I think that Cad Swain might be a hero of the Horn reborn.
Oh,
Kind of
sick.
like
Ooh.
kind of like Brigitte. Not reborn in the same way as Brigitte, but in the sense of how we saw Brigitte reborn without her knowledge of who she was over and over.
Uh-huh. That's awesome.
Nice.
How
Okay,
about Bryn?
Yeah,
Huh?
Who did?
Gareth Bryn?
No.
Ooh.
Okay, is there any
Yeah.
other Ta'Veren that you can think of?
Tammal Thor.
Tamathor. Tamathor.
Same author.
Yes, I do. I do think he was. Ta'Veren. Wait, can you be you? Because we think that Ta'Verenness can kind of come and go, right? Like you are Ta'Veren when you kind of like when you are, and something needs to happen with the pattern, and you're required, and then like you're just kind of not sometimes too, like right. So maybe that's No, I think Tam definitely could have.
Fuck
I
yeah.
like that. Yeah. And I guess that's what we're looking for is where was their temporary Ta'Verenness, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think
I mean,
that-
like Moraine was there with Swan seeing the prophecy of Rand.
Mhm.
Right. Is that a Ta'Veren moment? And like, who was Ta'Veren?
Sorry, in what moment?
So Moraine and Swan saw the prophecy. Galena,
Oh, right. Yeah. Mhm.
Guitar
And- and
Moroso, yeah. She dies, says the prophecy. They're there, started their whole life's journey. Was that a Ta'Veren moment?
That was the Ta'Veren moment, yeah, for sure.
For who?
If Ta'Veren moments for Moiraine. Ta'Veren, yeah, exactly. Morning Ta'Veren. I mean, okay, there's a couple ways to look at this, I think, right? One way is like only Rand, Matt, and Perrin are Ta'Veren, and it's a black or white kind of thing. Hello, Dash.
Yo.
The other way to think about it is there's constantly, every time that there's like a story card moment in the archetype stories that need to be told so that the wheel's story can progress, could be considered a Ta'Veren moment. Is it any time the pattern interacts with someone, are they temporarily Ta'Veren? And if so, does that detract from the nature of being Ta'Veren? And therefore it can't be Ta'Veren?
And are they
Excellent
temporarily? Are they being influenced? Is there like, could they be being influenced by like what could be a true Taveran, like the Taveran like spread out from a source,
Right.
like sonar?
If you caught his Tavernness, don't come near me for a week, okay? Gross. Gross, gross, gross. You got his Taveran all over you.
Very works.
His Taveran's really contagious, but hers is not so much. You might want to head over that way.
So what do we think of Loyal? Is Loyal just like he's constantly surrounded by Taveran? How does this affect someone? Does it affect someone? His purpose in the pattern, like his own private purpose
like,
now is attached.
Isn't tree singing sort of?
He constantly has all the information. Sorry, Josh, go ahead.
No, go.
No, it's just fun. I mean, so Loyal. I think he's he's writing those. Yeah, Taveran equals cooties. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my earpiece fell out. I still think that Loyal is writing the books in some way.
I agree.
I think that's
right.
fun.
I mean, all right.
So he just has all this information. He's like a totally different type of person, or entity of sort.
But what if it is about the tree? I mean, we know Ogier can tree sing and shape rock and shit. Like, isn't that all interacting with the pattern? And
Right.
So maybe the
Wait, you think like a plant growing is like an act of the pattern?
Well, he's changing something like big and drastically. I don't know. Maybe
got the whole world in his hands.
kind of like
he is kind of like that, huh?
kind of like how we saw the Ents being used with for like the crop seeding in the vision from Rand's Tel'aran'rhiod, or not Rand's experience in the Aiel City.
From when? What?
When Rand had his vision in Ruidian, he witnessed the Nym, like singing with the humans and the what's Loyal's race called? Ogier.
Okay.
Yeah,
So the
humans and the Nym were like singing together, and they like bringing up these crops in the field.
yes, yeah. No,
Yeah.
you're right. So the Nym are the Green Man. Remember the Green Man from
Yeah.
one? Okay.
Yeah.
The Nym and the Nom, they all get along.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, go on.
The Nym. So it was that big guy who called Loyal a little tree brother.
So I'm assuming that the pattern is involved in that shit too. I don't know why, but that's my assumption.
Okay.
I mean,
Can Olgier be Taveran? Can an Olgier be Taveran?
probably not.
Yeah.
Why?
I think they're more like they're like Taveran detectors.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Or
But
it's
they
that
outlive like all of the. They live lots longer than people too, right?
to some degree. Slower, longer.
Very differently, like just a different pace in general,
Yes.
right?
slower.
It does feel like their purpose is very different.
Longer cycles of the sine wave for sure.
Yeah.
So this is my weird random thought, which is
Great job.
what if Loyal is some kind of weird mutation of Ogier whose ability lies in detecting the pattern? Like in the way that like tree singing shapes wood to be a form, and like the building shit that they do, they create these amazing
Wow.
forms, right? What if he's somehow able to do that with the pattern or detect the pattern? I don't know. That's my wild thought for the day.
That's really cool. He can like sing shapes into the pattern
Pattern,
or
yeah.
something.
You know, Josh, this line of
Sing
thinking
away.
makes me think that Loial might not even be affected by Ta'Veren at all. He's always like, it's really interesting being around Ta'Veren, but maybe he's just documenting it all because he's like this weird, like, okay, this is
But he picked up the axe.
He picked up the axe.
That's a big change. That's a big change, and he left the setting early, which seems to be askance from his character because he's all shy and weird. All of a sudden, like
ruining his life expectancy.
he does like a full step.
he was on his Rumspringer.
But if Josh is right and if his purpose or the Ogier's purpose is to protect the Ta'Veren, then that makes perfect sense for him to not be Ta'Veren for having left the setting or picked up the axe or any of the things. He's there to protect the Ta'Veren. That also tracks, right?
Right.
I think that would be really cool. I love that idea. That's so cool.
Okay, last question about Ta'Veren. Can a Forsaken be Ta'Veren?
No. I don't think so.
Currently and in their previous lives in the Age of Legends.
Yes, I think so.
Really?
Okay.
I mean, this gets into the metaphysics, which we don't really know enough about at this point. I mean, we get some in these chapters, actually. There is some neat metaphysical stuff in these chapters, but...
And we oddly enough, we know that one of the talents that someone can have, like how Huron was a sniffer, he could smell violence. There's Wolf Brothers, I guess, is a talent. I'm not sure, but one of them is being able to see Ta'Veren. They glow like the sun.
Right.
So it's got to be.
Well, we also see an Aes Sedai who has that.
Right. That was Swan, correct?
No, it was some girl. It was some girl that we see in passing who's like a novice, and they're like, "Oh, you've found your first, whatever,
talent."
What?
Yeah, talent. She could see the glow around Matt. I think it was. It was like one of the accepted who was like walking by when Matt was in the tower.
I mean, why?
Isn't that crazy? I think that happened.
Why are there people that identify Ta'Veren? What would that be? Nicola. I mean, why is this a talent? Are we just calling mutations talents?
Well, yeah, or it's the genetic alterations,
like
the cyberpunk shit that's made it over from the last.
Cyberpunk.
Parents sniffing or is a parent? Is that just that's not a talent?
Wolf Brother is like a weird mutation of some
they call it
genetic splicing with canines or something. Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Wait.
Wow.
Do that.
What?
The wolf talent is a genetic splicing of human and wolf back. Was this pre-Age of Legends or Age of
Legends? Yeah.
Age of Legends.
Cyberpunk era.
Is it like an epigenetic?
Your move.
Somebody was too close to their dog. Is this what we're getting at?
Somebody got too close to their dog. That's right.
They didn't have TV.
What's that, right?
You know how many dogs are not getting boned because we have TVs?
Ryan, it's a crime.
It's the real crime of pornography is that boys aren't fucking dogs anymore.
Oh dear God.
This is your husband.
I know.
What?
What? I don't understand. What happened?
Oh my god.
You just got 2 new puppies, so I'm not sure how to react to all this.
Exactly, Brother Dan. Exactly.
Is this a
I'm
pizza?
gonna go get them and hold them close to me, but not too close.
Not too.
I'm just assuming.
Just assuming what?
Just assuming. Come on, it's a thought experiment. What are you afraid of thoughts? It's a thought experiment. It's an old-fashioned thought experiment. This is a platonic. I'm having a platonic discussion about dog fucking. Let's move on.
What? Can we talk about dog fucking like adults?
We're gonna use the Socratic.
Like the good old days? Right, we're so good. It's so hard to challenge like these demonetizations that come every week. And we're like just having
Every week.
and they're like, great news. We decided you're fine. I'm not sure how it's gonna go this way. This one's a coin.
Right. I'll take this one. I'll take this one.
Coin toss.
But I imagine I'll do a poll right now. I can't do a poll, but yeah, no. I imagine that there's you blame me for all of them, and I guarantee you, it's not just me. It's not just me.
Oh,
Definitely
no,
not just you.
It's, no,
You started this episode off by
We are the worst.
yeah.
You just try humped.
No, it
Aggressively.
wasn't Ryan.
It was a wet hump. It was a wet hump, Ryan.
Oh shit! It was wetter than I wanted. All right, there.
Total wet hump. Do you have an escort there with you tonight, Brother Dan?
All right, Ryan hit the.
Wow. Jesus, your fucking joke gave me COVID.
That's right.
I can't fight it.
Oh my god. Make this
Yeah,
happen,
like-
please. Someone make this
A
happen.
furry? Yes. I might be able to make that happen. No, we should definitely.
What do you mean you
Should have
want
everybody. Do we have guests? We don't really have guests on this show. Anyway,
You know what, Ryan? Do we have a special guest?
Ryan?
Do we have a special guest thing?
Do we have a special guest thing?
Boom.
Oh yeah, we do.
I can't. I didn't.
Okay.
I know it's rare. It's rare that we have an guest. We got Mr. Stovey with us, everyone.
Hello, everybody.
beautiful.
Say hello.
Hello.
Sidelines.
Brother Dan, watch out for those razor earrings right there. Those are sword earrings.
Sword
My
earrings.
Ruby Hilton dagger earrings.
Dagger earrings.
Ruby Hilton.
Nice.
Oh,
Of course they are.
well, see, this shows Tavern because we pull in people.
We pull in people from afar.
Well,
This is true.
changing
From all
the
over the pattern.
pattern, one disgusting dick joke at a time.
Just, I thought they were pretty classy dick jokes, if you ask me.
Oh, you got a
The
classic.
classiest.
That's a high bar set for dick jokes on this show.
So Elaine here's
Our best jokes on.
She hears
What?
news about. So there's an army. We're getting evidence that there's an army going on in Bramewood. And it just so happens that the Queen of Saldea is missing. The Queen of Candor is missing. Ilian's been quiet about shit. The King of Shinar been missing. And Lugard, where's that king? Where's that king?
Oh, I don't know.
Fucking missing.
I was right.
So,
Loogie?
I don't know. So, and now there's an army of like a bigger army than they've seen since like the Aiel War, hanging out in the wood. What do we know what's going on with this group?
This is the group that we see right at the beginning of the book.
But what is their intentions? I don't really remember why they're sneaking off into the wood.
Well, this was all of the borderland nations, right? Met up under a single banner.
Are they off to see Rand?
In theory, they're out to stop Rand.
Yeah, that's what the whole thing was about, right?
I think. Right?
Okay.
I keep finding drinking obligations.
Why not?
Yeah. All right. What do you got?
Oh, she had swallowed 2 mouthfuls.
Yeah, all right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a really good one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hot.
Getting my drinking muscles out. Yeah.
You must
Drinking muscle.
let me see.
Would have
Yeah.
shuddered.
So they bring in a meal.
I guess not.
and
Would have shuddered.
So apparently, like they bring in just like a spread. It's like Van Halen's green room. So much shrimp, so many M&Ms,
So much shrimp.
peppers, raisins, and peppers. So, yes, it was a choice was sent to the lady. And there's all kinds of things, but Elaine, she's a basic bitch. She's like, give me my broth,
My broth
give me
and my
tea.
bread.
I don't need caper. What is it? Capon? Capon? That's like
Capon.
chicken. I
You
don't
know,
need
you didn't tap
capon.
on?
Where was that? That was so funny. That chapter was really funny.
Chapter 11. A cup of tea.
Oh no, I mean the paragraph. I'm all turned upside down.
So she's
Inside
like,
out
yeah, just give me my broth, my bread, and my tea. And she gobbles down some tea, but she's talking to Dylan first. Dylan, he comes in. He's like, oh, this is fucking army.
So is
Fucking
Dylan the one who was contesting her for the throne, or that she was like, a lot of people would support her if she contested me for the throne?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dylan seems to she seems to suspect the support. However, she recognizes that there is a limb that they're going out on in helping her, I guess, or at least
Right.
being around her. And with this assassination attempt, Dylan, as I said, he got wet. I'll wet you, mate. He sliced him. But she takes the 2 gobblefuls, tea, and then suddenly she's so
swallows.
tired. And there was a cool minty taste.
Cool minty taste.
At last, she flung herself back into her chair, legs sprawled.
All right.
Yes.
They
Get me going.
I didn't bring them.
just rubbed against each other sometimes.
So she's
Yeah.
like, oh,
He danced forward nimbly, stabbing, and she screamed.
okay. Well done. Well done.
That was good. Such a visual.
Dylan's rad. Dylan's like she's like, oh shit, I've just been dosed. I've been dosed. And Dylan says, quote, what is it? You thought of something, and by your face, it is horrific.
That's right.
She's like, go get help. He's like, guards. And in walks the assassins. First, it's one dude, followed by like 3 dudes.
So, if these guys were paid off, they must have been hired, and were they like selected to die? Were they also Dark Friends willing to die as a part of this so that the guard could get in? Like, the questions around this are just endless. Like, what was their motivation, and why did they choose to be the Knife Assassins when they knew it was sabotaged?
I mean, so were they aware? I mean, were the two even aware that the other existed?
Yeah, or did they just hire like a bad team so that they would be easy to overcome, right? Like,
yeah, because it says, I mean, it does say here that they were like one of the last things she sees. It says one of the remaining 2 assassins lay in front of it, his head to an odd angle, blah blah blah. The other was struggling with another red-coated man. The pair of them grunting and rolling on the floor, and striving for the same dagger. So the pair of them grunting and rolling on the floor is obvious.
Striving after the same dagger? Nice.
So at the very least, it seems like the assassins were not aware that they were also bait, I guess, or whatnot. If that's what happened.
Interesting layers here, yeah, of like, who hired the assassins? Were they hired only to create this opportunity for him? Or did he just take advantage of an already bad situation?
One of the daggers was poisoned and was very deadly.
Peach Pit poison. Again, the poisonous peaches.
Peach Pit was actually the after school place where all the kids from Beverly Hills 90210 would hang out.
The Peach Pit?
Yep.
It's true.
Yep.
Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na, clap, clap, da-na-na-na.
Did you say Beverly Hills 90210?
Bev Hill? No, yeah.
That's
So,
hilarious.
Whatever.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
That's so funny though, Dan, that you know that. Like,
Oh, yeah.
at all.
Oh yeah.
Like,
You
where
are-
they hung out after school?
Aren't you guys
Like,
Orange?
amazing.
What's that?
What?
Isn't Long Beach kind of in Orange County?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Long Beach is
Yeah.
Long Beach is what yeah. It's
For
near
sure.
Orange County. It's far enough from LA. It's closer to Orange- it's close to LA, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are super Valley girls.
But yeah.
That explains a lot. Actually.
Yeah. Right?
You make
Isn't
me,
it though, Josh?
you make my eyes pop and my mouth drop.
Auga.
Auga. Help, I've been poisoned with peach pit.
Peach Pit poisoning.
Peach pit poison. Pit poison.
Never mind the sword hilt sticking out of his back.
What?
Hey.
I don't know.
Sticking out of his back? Heyo.
So this
Exactly.
guard
I'm gonna go.
Why do people always think about how the stain of the blood won't come out of the carpets in these books?
Well,
It's a
I
common
too
theme
thought that was a really funny
Common
thing to focus
in
on.
murder sites in Wheel of Time. The carpets
Yeah.
will never be clean of this blood.
it's her
This
mom's
is
carpet.
just carpets ruined everywhere. Drink.
Years of carpets.
She's so busted.
Dovey got that. Dovey caught it.
The carpets ruined.
Carpets ruined everywhere. Drink.
What is happening? Are
Let's
are
stop
Dovey
that.
and Kay just going to the same place right now?
I think so. Thank you.
Oh, bias.
So
Feel free to carry on. We'll be right back.
Love it.
Subscribe.
Yeah. And he's off.
And we're
One
off.
of these corners.
The whole new show with all this midriff. More skin than we've owned.
Skin flick.
You can see my tattoo even.
I'm a solidarity.
Nice.
All right.
Baja Blast time, bitches.
Chapter 10?
Apparently, Mountain Dew has a hard soda.
Oh, yeah. A bunch of them.
Blast.
All right.
The other one was watermelon.
Yeah, there's a lot of those in the South.
We just found a rural order.
Nice, Ryan.
I'm Con Julio.
I love Venus. He was my favorite.
Is there anything else in chapter 9 that we wanted to bring up before we moved on? I'm gonna take your silence.
I don't think so.
I do like how Elaine is. I like her leadership style, right? She's like, all right, I'm getting this money. I'm using it. I'm using it for arts. I mean, I'm using it for, and I'm getting this donation. No, it's not the Randall Thor School. It is the Academy of the Rose, dedicated to the memory of Morghese Trakand. It would be Andor's and not Rand's. And she's like, yeah, you can, I don't know, just I mean, it's a public university. So the way I'm seeing it, she also wants to open a post office.
Yeah, she does. Very cool.
So yeah, that's why she's so busy. It's so demanding.
Is that where all the pigeons fly into and then fly out?
So many pigeons from so many places. And right, and then like all the pigeons you like from Lugard, you're like, oh, that trash. Okay, Kyrian, Lugard trash. I'm not interested in timeshares. And what a waste of a pigeon.
Okay, chapter 10.
Chapter 10.
I'm really excited. Yeah.
Okay. Chapter 10 is called A Plan Succeeds. It's got a Fibonacci style
It's a dream tearing rail.
is it, I think it's the golden ratio. I don't know.
What's happening to Ryan's
Dream tearing rail.
Yeah, it's a dream triangle, but it does have
Right.
just, you know.
Why are you half dressed?
Right
What's going on?
off the bat,
What's going on with Ryan's shirt? I'm sorry, this is very distracting. What's happening?
There's midriff happening in the show.
Oh, you're trying to fit in.
We're doing midriff.
already.
Brian fits in just as much as he
I
always
will
does
underdo.
by sticking out. He fits in by sticking out.
Huh?
Is that a drinking obligation?
He fits in by sticking out? Oh, absolutely. He's so large, he fits in by sticking out.
Yeah.
I do have a real drinking obligation right here. I'll read it. Quote: wanting to be filled with the deeper.
Nice.
Wanting to be filled with the deeper.
Jesus.
her wanting to be filled with the deeper.
Her wanting to be filled with the deeper.
Yeah.
Well, that's a tag team effort, and it came through in the end. You win. Drinking obligation.
Right.
You
Right.
can't. That's a breeder song, right?
A bottomless
Filled
need.
with the deeper.
A bottomless need that must be controlled.
There you go.
Yes.
I couldn't move my mouth with that shit on top of my head. I'm free. I was like,
That's so funny. So this is Elaine. She is naked in bed. She just recovered in her own room. She's like, where's my stuff? It's over there somewhere.
I love how no one thinks it's suspicious that, quote, the man didn't suffer a scratch in the face of 3 assassins.
He was awesome. They were like, he was awesome.
That's suspicious. I don't know.
Oh no, that's
Threw a sword like a spear, and it went through the guy's chest. It was so awesome.
Wait, what could it be, Josh?
Okay.
Was he in on the gig?
Was he able to what?
Was he in on the gig?
Yeah,
He was. We know he was in on the
I
game.
learned this.
And
Later on.
then why is it suspicious? It's not suspicious if you figured it out.
Not unusual.
It's
Well,
been
we-
solved.
We haven't learned that yet, though.
Okay. You were reliving it. You're like, oh, I was feeling it was suspicious, and then, ha
Oh,
I was right once again. So great being me.
You sound like a French chef.
French chef.
Oh,
Maybe I'm thinking of The Little Mermaid. That's why.
he's French.
Les
Yeah,
poissons, les poissons. Yeah, les poissons means fish. Means the fish. The
I
fish.
thought it meant the croissant. I thought he was saying the croissant.
I don't know
Yeah.
why there's a
Everybody says les poissons. Les poissons, les poissons. How I love les poissons.
Yeah, the
He's-
croissant. The
He's
croissant.
working with a fish the whole time. Have you never seen the movie, Dan?
Yes, but and
You ever
that's
watched it?
Yes, and I know that croissants are French,
And
and
the
so
He has a fish in his hand the entire time. He talks about pulling out the bones.
yeah.
I pull
And
out
what's
what's
in the
inside
fish?
and I serve it unfried. Because I like the little fishes. Don't you? Bump, bump, bump. No?
I never connected the two. I never thought that le
Doesn't
croissant
feel like change and
was
lesson?
like
Man?
butter.
This is
Yeah.
not the way.
Poisson. Why? So I love that movie. You have to
Like
watch
that.
it again. It's a good
You like
scene.
body?
Yes,
Fish.
Sebastian is
Like my body.
mortified.
You're looking sexy, Ryan.
Thank you.
Ryan, you're looking pretty sexy. Actually.
I know.
You look like
Very nice,
you
Ryan.
have a swimmer's
Well,
knee that we just don't see.
There's
Do I look
marker on
buttoned up?
Ah!
Oh man. We saw your buttons. We saw your buttons that time.
That's clearly demonetized now.
Yeah. You can't show your buttons on YouTube, okay?
So we
It's the revenue guy.
Elaine, hello, Sharon. Fish, see, croissant.
Croissant.
It's fire.
See, that's what he was singing.
It's a whole new adventure.
Oh, it's too
Wrong.
full to
Fish.
Burger King and Corlin time.
Oh, that's a different song. You're singing Beauty and the Beast now.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Okay, this is the question for you. Have you heard the Little
Uh-huh.
Mermaid medley by Voice Play?
Little Mermaid Medal. No, I
No,
have not, Dash.
We will Google it after the show. Hey, we'll do that. Are we doing Discord? We'll do that on Discord Live.
Yes.
Yep,
Oh, I
yep.
have to get on Discord. Okay.
Discord.
croissant.
Discord.
Le croissant.
Discord. I will perform the entire movie for you
B.
to the medley. Where's my phone?
Yes.
Oh.
Don't be showing her bottom.
Yes. Where is the? Okay, I'm gonna find my phone.
All right, so
Nice acapella. Oh my god. Okay.
I want to see that at the audio, Josh.
You want to see the yeah.
I want to see the Little Mermaid medley being performed at the audio.
I don't know if you
That
guys
would
heard
be
there's
incredible.
a planetary, or like an old observatory, like on Mount Wilson, I think.
Is that where Arnold Schwarzenegger showed his wiener?
Yeah, I won.
Is that when he ran naked in Terminator?
Mount Wilson?
No, they filmed
That was Griffith Park.
Carmen in Sarasota, Florida, in the porn theater.
But anyways, they will have like these
Go
little
on.
shows that have orchestras, like a 4-piece string quartet, and the acoustics of it, I guess, is amazing, and it's just a byproduct of the structure itself.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a byproduct of my structure.
The structure itself.
So if you're ever doing the Terminator run through, if the tour where you go where every place where Arnold Schwarzenegger was naked, you might be there.
Our venerable
You touched
governor.
that. You touched that
Our
too.
venerable
Our
governor.
memorable
Schwarzenegger.
Was that his real wiener?
best politicians.
Was that his real dick, or did they like do something to it?
I don't know. What did you think? Did you Well, Ryan? So here's the thing. So you
I
obviously
never
were
think he was
impressed with
smaller
it.
than I thought it would be.
Well, they
I
did
don't-
make his dick.
Arnold Schwarzenegger signed a full frontal nudity clause in his contract. He was clearly a dick stand-in at a minimum.
No, he's
Probably.
running. I mean, like it's a CGI dick. That he was running, and it's just flopping around like a little baby, like a little anteater snout.
like a 3-day-old elephant trying to walk, falling and stuff. Flop, flop.
Dude, like that's funny.
Like a baby's arm. All right, so Elaine is getting the scoop of the whole attack. What happened? Why am I bad naked? They're like, girl, you don't even know. They're like, Dylan's fine. He got healed. We couldn't heal you because we don't know what Fork Root does. Well, 90 doesn't know what Fork Root does. So we're just using herbs. That's why you feel kind of loopy, because we're giving you drugs. We're giving you drugs.
Basically, you're dosed.
Yeah, we've been dosing you, and in fact, drink that big tea goblet next to you. It's a weird irony that we're dosing you with tea to help you recover from being dosed with tea, but we also know that you will drink anything.
It was spiced wine, Dan. It wasn't tea.
Was it ice wine?
Spiced wine.
That's even more sinister. Anyways.
Hey, I guarantee you, Josh has had spice wine. Not in his life, like within a year, he's had spice wine.
I actually had
Yeah,
some
at Christmas.
Fucking- Am I the best? I'm the best.
That is very good.
Yeah.
I had ice wine less than a month ago for Christmas.
mold wine. Mold wine is known as
Life.
It was mold, yeah.
mold wine.
Martin Mold wine. He was the
Wine.
Bailiff Wine of Night Court.
I've literally never had
Knight
spice
Rider. It was Knight Rider.
wine. I was at Josh's house one time, and he's like, "Oh, you want something to drink?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." He gave me like seltzered elderberry water.
Why is that funny?
I'm still friends with him.
It was amazing. I've never had anything better.
Best elderberry wine.
I was like, shit. That's full of surprises.
I feel like
I would have taken Tang.
Berry. Oh yes, I have some. The thing is, Josh probably like grew and harvested the elderberries himself as well. You know, did you forage them? Did you forage the berries?
elderflower I prefer over berry, but yes.
He salted. He
Right,
like
of course.
water like bubbly with a machine. Flavored it with some shit.
Dehydrated or oxygenated. Right? Yeah,
Yes.
Josh has a favorite kombucha in like 7 local counties.
Oh, he's certainly made his own kombucha too.
Yeah,
He's like, oh, we're going to Tallahassee. All right, you got to try this.
gotta try this kombucha.
Oh my god.
Josh, tell me
You
about
know
the
it's gonna be good when you wake up and there's a chai nut on the stove because Josh is there making chai tea with a nut. That's amazing.
with a
That was one of the most amazing things when you were at the Airbnb with us, Josh, and we woke up and like I woke
After
up.
we-
My experience was like, being hungover as shit, walking out into
Like, oh,
It was
walking out
nuts.
into the living room where there's like a chai nut on the stove with some amazing smelling chai latte that Josh made. It was
oh my god.
Yeah, he
Right,
just made
do you
homemade-
remember-
the best stuff.
Right? Do you remember that one? Do you remember I asked Josh? I'm like, hey, this bread's really good. Can I get a little butter? And he's like, yeah, sure. And then he like poured some cream into a thing, poured some ice, and just started turning.
It looked like hot dog on the stick for a second there. He just
I remember when I was like, "Hey Josh, can we have some eggs?" And he just laid a couple right there in the pan.
Is that sanitary? Come on.
They were so fresh.
Josh has canisters of like canned San Francisco air, so when he makes his sourdough, he can just have natural airborne yeast.
every Friday he has Forage Friday where he only makes foods he's foraged on his own. I guarantee you, he's like, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea, right?
Oh my God.
Josh, we love you. You're just so good at everything.
I love you too, but jeez, so good, so good.
I'm so pale next to you now, Josh. You're so red next to my white face. With the-
Oh my god. You go fast.
Oh my gosh.
My stomach muscles are aching.
Okay, it's kind of laugh.
All right. I think we all have to go to Josh.
Yeah,
We all have to go. We love you, man. That was awesome.
I have found myself here.
Oh my god.
You get self-show.
All right. All right.
Oh Jesus.
Oh god. Oh, my brain just keeps going with it. It's not stopping. Oh,
All right.
Save us for next week.
So Elaine's kind of just rapping with her lady friends, right? She's got Brigitte there, Nynaeve's there, Avienda's there. Like all her good buds are around there. And she said, "All right, Dylan was rad.
Don't improve yourself.
Yeah, she earned it. She asked, so I say we have Toe to you, Josh, because Elaine doesn't know either. She's all, yeah, Dylan is actually pretty good. I think I have Toe, right? Avienda? She's like, shrug. If you say you do it, then you do. But I don't know. I think you're dumb. It's small, if anything, and I wouldn't do it. But I mean, Toe's you, man. You
Someone
know,
just almost died for
It's
you.
your toe. You decide how big the toe is. I don't know how big the toe is. If you want to
Yeah.
have toe, it's your toe, not my toe.
the name's Paul. It's between y'all.
So,
And then we hear about Millar. Millar's the guy who saved them all. Millar was magical. Well, not magical. He was just a stud. Said after Millar killed the first two, the second by spearing him with the sword across the width of the room like some budding a bloody gleeman's tail. He took the dagger from the last fellow and killed him with it. They had 4 near identical daggers between them, but this one was poisoned with peach pit. And I guess the pit is the most poisonous part of
Poisonous part of the peach.
stay the fuck away from peaches, guys, but obviously away from the pit. So dangerous. So lucky.
I'm so giggly now. Everything's so funny. Everything's so funny. Oh no.
You get a little taste of that fuzzy peach.
The pit is the most poisonous part of the peach. Dylan wouldn't have had a chance if the other blade had been poisoned as well. So Elaine agrees to.
This is where the quote, "Enough luck for a Taveran" comment is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like almost said suspiciously, like,
Yeah, like, are you Taveran? Question mark? Question mark. I love how Brigitte. Oh, we don't get to this in these chapters, but Brigitte dresses the palace female guards all sexy, like goth chic, sex kitten, like.
I think it's really funny how they're like, even in their dream, they're not wearing what they like really want to wear.
Right.
It's really funny. They keep like adjusting it depending on what they think the other one will think of them.
Yep.
I thought that was
And
funny.
They all have
It's
a
so
little.
typical too. Like, just anyways, yeah. Sorry, Dan. Go ahead.
There's all the ladies have like this little slut in them that wants to come out in their dreams. Like suddenly,
Yeah.
like, oh wow, and they're like, oh god, no, stout two rivers.
Which is so great. Like that's so real of like people in general, you know? Like you have like this little side of you that is just different than you present to the world, right? So like you get to all of a sudden just think about what you're wearing and what you want to look like and how you want to look and you're like that. But then as soon as like, you know, judgy Nynaeve shows up, she's like, oh fuck, let me like raise my cleavage line up a little bit more. Fine. And you know,
Yeah.
nope, these are not crotchless panties. I swear. What? Carry on with the what, Nynaeve? You wanted to talk to me? I don't know. This is the only safe place we can have this conversation. I'm gonna wear what I damn well please. Thank you. Like, it's funny. I think it's really funny.
Yeah. To Josh's point, we do not get to their outfits, but we do hear that the ladies will be guarding Elaine. At least 20 or so is what they agreed to, it seems. And they talk about Millar. They're like, what do you know about Millar? Brigitte pretty much is like, well, he fucks. He gets laid. He gets laid.
Has a lot of ass.
Quote,
Inappropriately.
though he smiles a lot, mainly at women. He pinches serving girls, and he's tumbled 3 and 4 days that I know of. He likes to talk about his conquests, but he hasn't pressed women who say no. So I guess there's that.
Tumbled 3 and 4 days.
Tumbled 3 and 4 days. That means he's,
He's
tumbled.
dangling.
Tumbling.
Yeah,
He's tumbling around.
So he's a culture club. He's Boy George.
Powerful as side I
Okay, I read that one.
There we go. There we go. But he was promoted from lieutenant, and Elaine's like, nope. He deserves a suitable reward, a promotion to captain, and command of my bodyguard, Brigitte. Castile can be his second. He's like, well,
Big mistake.
they don't really like the idea. They're like, no, whatever. And then they're like, fine, all right. Well, Nynaeve's like, well, time for me to go see Egwene. You stay here. You've had a long day. She's like, oh yeah, look at all that drink that you gave me. I'm going to drink it all. Glug 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 glug. glug. Well, it wasn't like that. But she's like, well, I'm going to get my fucking ring.
Get my shit, then.
Get my ring. She drinks the thing. It's a strong dose. She's like yawning. She can't even get through sentences after she finishes that cup. And she's
out.
Yeah, there is a drinking obligation here. Quote: "It felt as hard and it felt as hard and slick as steel."
Yeah,
Does that work?
it does.
And I do like that.
They just rub against each other sometimes.
Yes. Excellent one.
Wait, did you say hard and slick as steel?
Yeah,
Just hard and slick.
Hard and slick.
hard and slick as steel.
No steel.
No,
Hard and
steel.
slick.
Take that steel out, bro. Unless you're talking about like yakking it on the oath rod or something.
But Ryan, you
What?
You've never had slick?
Not
Okay.
hard and as steel.
Hard and slick.
Not hard and slick, but not hard and slick as
As
steel.
steel? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like Danielle Steele.
Yes, Danielle Steele.
I mean, I had like steel Benoit bars on my butt once, but
Steel Benoit balls. And when you farted, did they ring? Did they go? Ching?
oh, you don't fart, Dan. That's a trick. It teaches you not to fart.
Fart. Really? I would lose that battle.
All right, chat. Let me know if you have any experience with Benoit balls.
And you're
Amanda is awesome. She calls Brigitte by her last name. Brigitte's last name is Trihelion.
Trihelion, baby.
Trihelion.
Was
like,
that what that was?
It's like yogurt, but kind of not. It has probiotics.
Trihelion.
The term is proud as a Shido with one goat. Pretty funny. You with me, boys?
With one goat, yes. Oh my god, that's so funny. I did highlight that one as well. That's funny. I don't know why, though. Now. But you did too, so I guess that's why.
Yeah.
Really
No,
funny.
it's funny. I double highlighted it actually to make sure I brought it up.
Nice.
Because it was my opening quote. I'm like, oh, okay, I got it. She goes to sleep. She's so tired. Suddenly she's fuck, I'm so tired. Goes to sleep, wakes up. Well, suddenly is in the grand hall of the palace in Tel'aran'rhiod. Things are doing their weird flicky stuff. Flick, flick. Some plebe dreamed herself onto the throne. Some
plebeian.
dirty plebe. But Elaine smiled in amusement. It said, quote, even scullions dreamed of sitting on the lion throne. Gross, scullion. And it's like she was sitting there, she had like the big pigeon egg rubies. Oh yeah, fuck it. She sees Elaine, she's like, squeak, oh no, squeak.
No.
Poof, gone. And Elaine's like, psh, out of my chair. That's funny, out of my chair. There is not, she's like, Elaine's talking to the stained glass. She's like, oh, I'll be worthy of you. I'll be worthy of you. And Nynaeve's like, stop talking to windows. Like, all right, yeah, good point. But beforehand, Elaine pulls out a.
She was talking to a mirror, and then she starts talking to the stained glass of the previous queens, which I thought was like, it's pretty poetic.
Go on.
Well, she's talking to herself, and then she starts talking to the queens, right? I mean, I don't know. Isn't it poetic that it's
No,
like her own reflection versus the reflection of her ancestors?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and I guess what's interesting as well is she corrects her looks. She takes away some of the ostentatious things. She
Right.
changes her emeralds to just gold hoops, so non-bouge. And yeah, she takes it like she's like, all right, this is more daughter heir, and then addresses them. So yeah, really, really good call there. But Nynaeve's like talking to windows, dummy. She tries to like walk, but she's like, oh, this fucking, I hate
You
dresses.
just want to be here and talk to the fucking windows. It's fine.
She's wavering all over except for that red dot on her forehead. That thing is firm.
Firm, baby.
They're like, hey, what if Egwene finds out? And she's like, what if I find out what? All three of them are there. And Egwene's clearly in charge. I mean, even though they're friends, it's like, now imagine this, all right? So Egwene is the Imerlin, right? But she's your good friend. But so if your good friend says, hey, let's meet in Tel'aran'rhiod and let's shoot the shit, that would be rad. You're like, yeah, I would love to do that. If your boss is like, see me in your dreams, I'm going to give you more blah, 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 blahs.
Right? Yeah.
So relatable. This is so relatable.
It sucks. It seems like it's kind of, you know what? This is me time. I'm asleep.
This is me time.
What?
Yeah. You're like going out with your like work friends versus like inviting the boss out afterward.
Dan, don't you know?
Perhaps we're not sleeping with everybody, but you know, I don't know.
Perhaps we're not sleeping with them.
Perhaps we're not.
What's the phrasing there?
Perhaps we are. I don't know.
We are.
Some of us are. Mwah.
She so they tell her that Elaine got dosed.
Mhm.
Egwene's pretty stoked about it. She's like, okay, yeah, that happens. Yep, okay. I'm a big ruler now. This shit, what's important, you know? And she tells him that everyone's going to swear on the Oathrock. This is unpopular at best, but Egwene is dealing with some shit, right? Because the kin act weird around Aes Sedai. The Sea Folk act weird around Aes Sedai. The Aes Sedai act weird around them both.
Powerful as Sedai.
Egwene's trying to bring them all in, but apparently everyone lives longer than the Aes Sedais as far as these channelers go. And she's like, yeah, but everyone, if you're going to be part of the tower, you must wear the Outhrod. But here's the catcher. When you retire, then you get to take that oath away. And, you know, you'll probably, you know, age fine, I guess. I mean, this is why we have an FDA. This is why we have Fauci to like see if this is like effective or not before we just start doing this. Anyways, what do you think of her plan?
That got weird.
What do you think of her plan? I think it needs some clinical studies first before we just subject everyone to it. I'll ask you guys.
He's the control group. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is
Let's
getting
see.
out of hand. It's risky.
Yeah, like the question, like what happens to a 600-year-old kinswoman who takes the oath? Like they asked, she just drop dead?
Yeah.
Or a 295-year-old Aes Sedai who drops the oath. Does she suddenly like?
Did she live 300 more years or 5?
Right. Or just
I
like?
don't know. Does it cap you out? Like,
Right.
or does it just like or speed up the progression of it so that you? I don't know. That's such a weird.
Well, this
Such
goes
a
back to
weird
the question of why do Aes Sedai look ageless when the kin
Yeah.
know?
Reverse menopause.
They look young for longer because they age slower, whereas Aes Sedai have this kind of like
We got amorphous
skin
aging.
surgery / agelessness, right? Tom Cruise like
Yeah.
agelessness.
That's great. Yeah,
Nice.
that's funny because I can't
Tom
picture it.
Cruise like.
No, I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't get it.
Where you're like, something's not right, but I don't know what.
Right? But you know, you want
It's like
you know,
most of the actors now. You're like, what's wrong with something's wrong with their face? But what
can't
is it?
They said
it's like
Yeah.
their foreheads don't move like mine, but they're professional actors doing dramatic scenes.
Their
Well,
face stopped moving.
Tom Brady looks more and more like what's his name, Kevin Bacon. Now I don't know what's going on with all these faces. Like, I'm fine with people aging. I just, yeah.
Did Brady get work?
you want a reminder of your own mortality, Brother Dan?
What?
You're a puppet.
I'm not fine with aging. I'm not fine with. I'm gonna defy that shit. Till I can't. Anymore. I'm kidding. Kidding, Ryan. Calm down.
I need smile.
No, it's my ageless face.
I want to see the smile lines.
No Othrod for me. Thank you very much.
Only in the right
Or
place.
wait, do you want that?
Only in the
I don't know.
right
You look older all of a sudden, like when you have taken the when you've taken the Othrod.
He took the oath rod deeply.
Yeah. So the as of right now, all of these are kind of up in the air. What's going on? Because they don't take away the oaths. The oath rod has always been, you're a sister, ride or die till you die, right? I mean, you don't stop being an Aes Sedai. But this is what Egwene is suggesting, that when you get old enough, and if you want to keep living,
You join the kin.
yeah, you drop the Aes Sedai and you go to the kinswoman, and you can live, I don't know, 300 more years, maybe.
Live under the nomenclature of age instead of the nomenclature of power.
Speaking of age,
What is this? What side is lit?
Symmetry. What is this? Yeah, what are we looking at?
it is the before and after of Tom Cruise.
One of them was
Before
when he
what?
was 12.
How old is he on the right hand?
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
He's
All right.
I want his surgeon. Who's he got?
It looks like the same picture with just a line in it.
It really does.
Is it not?
Yeah, are you sure? What do you?
okay.
Yeah.
So, blame
Well-
Pinterest.
I
You're supposed to laugh at it.
think someone just drew a line down a picture and said, "Look, 20-year difference. He hasn't aged a minute."
Oh my god. Yeah, Noman Garden, you missed a lot. You're gonna have to watch this one again.
Or not.
Quote: Egwene fingered the great serpent.
Or not. We love you though. Without a retirement plan, but their health coverage was great. Nice. Fingered the what? Now?
I do love how
Great serpent.
we learn that the ears in the distance in Tel'aran'rhiod are legit.
The what?
Like, we learned that there were like at least eight ears listening. 4 individuals were listening in the darkness to their conversation. They're like, oh, the omnipresent feeling that there are other people listening to us in Tel'aran'rhiod.
Well, they didn't even mention feeling it this time,
No, they did.
did they?
Yeah, they're like, oh, the
That-
feeling that we always have of people listening in the distance when we're in Tel'aran'rhiod.
Oh, I thought they actually see some guy who looks like an Ioman with gray hair, kind of run away. They hear someone else like step on a twig or something. They're like, what? And then
The ever-present sensation of unseen eyes watching was not dreamlike, or like a nightmare, but she had grown accustomed to that.
Okay.
And then we learned there were like at least 4 individuals, the 2 men and the 2 women listening to them, plus more in the shadows.
Yeah, that's funny because I was wondering, like, are they even safe talking in this space? That's such a strange thing. And then I completely missed that they were being watched. I just went to the part. I was focused on the part where anyways, I don't think we are going there today. Never mind. No, what are we looking at?
That's Tom Cruise.
On
Why does he look so...
That's
What?
before his surgery. Oh yeah.
This is after?
Is that his face on Brendan Fraser's body?
Right?
He's just fillers. He's all puffy because he's got a ton of fillers?
I don't know what's going on.
That's
It's not real, Ryan.
Brendan Fraser's body. Look at the hair.
Is it for real?
That's modern
This
Brendan
is off
Fraser.
the-
Yeah, it's Brendan Fraser, I guess, Ryan.
I feel confident in this.
It's
Brandon
titled-
Fraser. What are you talking about?
Our in-person mod is making a real-time correction, Ryan.
Wait,
What's
Toby,
it?
are you talking about the body? Like, was Tom Cruise's face put on Brendan Fraser's body?
Yeah.
Yeah, like superimposed.
Right there? Oh, yeah.
Look at the hair. It's definitely not Tom
Well, I'm
Cruise.
just saying. But
Look
it's
at
his
Lupin.
face, though.
Somebody put his face. Somebody put Tom Cruise's face on Brendan Fraser's right
On
now.
his body. Okay, that's funny. Why? Especially when he's sitting down. Like, maybe if you were trying to make him taller?
To make fun of Tom Cruise because he sucks.
Why would he sitting down? That doesn't even...
Oh,
Oh, yeah, well, he's just...
Look at the hair.
He's clearly at an event.
Yeah, it looks like it's him at like
It's definitely a basketball
That's
game.
It looks,
Clearly a
It's-
fucking basketball game.
it looks
Yep.
like
Would,
Brendan
Would
Fraser.
would that
front
guy
row.
behind him be giving Brendan Fraser that look?
He's got fillers. That's what happens. He's all bloated
Oh,
from
he's giving
fillers.
that look.
Yeah,
He's
he's
like-
just got a ton of fillers. He's got a ton of cheek fillers. He's got a ton of... Look, he's got his marionette lines done. These things right
The
here.
swimmer's V on his face.
He looks like Bob's Big Boy.
These 2 lines right here, Dan.
Love big boys. Love big boys.
I think he's handsome.
You're such a fucking boomer, Ryan.
He does his own
Look at the hair, it's so
stunts.
thin.
Fucking boomer.
He does his own stunts, guys. Hanks complains. And gets paid to hang from a plane. That's kind of, yeah. Let's talk a tiny bit about this plan that Egwene has. She's like, all right, we're making a retirement community for Aes Sedai, more or less. They will not They will not die as Aes Sedai. They will die as kinswomen. Do you guys think it's? And she's like, yeah, that way the kin is tied to us. The Aes Sedai don't want the kin. The kin don't really want the Aes Sedai.
I mean, like I said earlier, her doubling down on this shit is just so insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, can you
Why
what
is such a conservative approach all of a sudden? You know?
and it's weird how she's talking and it seems abrupt, but like what could so let's imagine she's right and no actually let's imagine they take away the oath rod. They're like, you know what, like I'm the new Amberlin, fuck it, like we're all gonna live all, like we don't need this shit. Like what are the
Why does society need to be protected from Aes Sedai anymore? The reason for the oath rod was in the face of the disaster of the breaking and the Aes Sedai's role in the breaking.
Yes, so
Why
they
they had
need
to be shown to be trustworthy by taking the 3 oaths.
so is that an antiquated idea, not relevant anymore?
Maybe
Would they
it's not necessarily- maybe it would be dangerous for them to be in that state when the next breaking happens.
what state? Sorry.
Like, is
Where they're
like
all
having taken the oath?
If every female channeler is under the 3 O's at the time that the Dark One, the Great Lord, tries to take over the world, that would be a problem.
Go further.
Okay, every woman who can channel is under the 3 O's. The Great Lord reemerges, and they try to defend themselves, and they can't because they're under the 3 O's.
Because the third oath is specifically says they cannot use the one power as a weapon,
right?
Unless their life of their warder, or their sisters are in imminent danger.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine if the Dark One is breaking free from the prison, that I think all bets are off.
Maybe he's decided to not kill any Aes Sedai.
You got to be able to lie. Like you
have to be able to use.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's like
we see how valuable it's been for the 3 of our female Tevarin to not be under the oaths.
You're absolutely correct. No, they've benefited greatly. So, do you think there's a chance that that's going to play a part? Like, if all the canon
definitely play a part in the story
in the last battle.
Well, I don't know. Leading up to the last battle, at least.
Okay.
At the very least, yeah. I mean, this is all really.
Egwene is the real fucking hero of the story. Rand.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that for sure, but it sure seems like it's set up where Rand is kind of actually a douchebag, and Egwene is the one who saves everyone.
Wait, and what is your prediction again?
That Egwene is the true hero of this story.
No, but then
her sacrifice goes beyond Rand's. That Rand's sacrifice looks silly in the face of what Egwene endures to save humanity.
Nice.
That's where I think it's all going to end.
And this includes her releasing all Aes Sedai from their oath for the battle, in theory?
Presumably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I think he's saying no. Oh, you think she's going to change her mind and release everyone for the last battle?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is setting her up to have to renege on something she's done.
Mm-hmm.
Because it seems so stupid at the moment.
Yeah.
It's too obvious of an error to not be a problem down there. For Robert Jordan.
Okay.
Sorry, RJ.
And it's really emphasized. And so, do you think that it's like the way that he wrote it that makes you think that, though? Or is it more so the way that it is in the story that you think that it's going to play out like that?
How do I tell the difference? Yeah, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I don't know that I know. I don't know if I can make that call.
Yeah.
That's an interesting question, though.
He does. I mean, she doubles down on it. He's writing it that way, but it is an interesting choice. You're right, and it does when you look at it, from I don't know, somebody that might be writing a story. I'm not an author, so what the fuck do I know what that might be like? But it just seems like, I don't know, you try to get into the writer's head and you go, okay, well, maybe he's just emphasizing it so much because it's colossal error and we need to pay attention to it because it's going to come back to be epic later on. He's got a plan for everything. I mean, we know that. And he drops these subtle ass things in the first books that come back to play huge pieces of the puzzle, so I think that you're really onto something there. It's fun to think about.
We hear about Egwene's private masseuse, Halima. She said, I couldn't sleep at all without her massages. No.
How's your head, Dev?
So clearly, so this again has to be we talked about this months ago, but at this point, it's got to be problematic that one of the Forsaken is Nynaeve's personal masseuse, right? How can that not be a problem?
Wait, is who's his personal?
Of all the fucking things in the book, how can that not be a problem?
Hmm. Well, I mean, we're getting
Yeah.
inner circle. The darkest seem to be infiltration mode.
Right.
I mean, if you're true, if your suspicions are true, then Halima is in an inner circle. We have we just seen at the end of this chapter that a dude is now Elaine's personal bodyguard, more or less.
Right. We know that there's a Forsaken within the White Tower. We know Aldebaran is a dark friend.
Mhm.
We know the head of her bodyguard is, or her the head of her bodyguards.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Dave,
Yeah.
We know that fucking Patton Fane's right, or I'm sorry, the White Cloak's chief of spies is now Perrin's spy master.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What's his name? Fuck it.
Balwar? Balwar.
Oh, Bulwer. Yeah.
Balwar.
Bulworth.
Balwar. Balwar.
Balwer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. there we go.
Allware.
Balwar.
Where?
Baller.
Bulwer.
I'm a baller. What?
Balls to the walls.
Yeah, that-
it jumps point. Oh, go ahead.
I swear, no, that guy's picture just looks like a crime scene. It's all small. Where's this guy? Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, we did just watch True Detective over again, so maybe I have that
Maybe
in my
you
head.
see everything in the context of True Detective.
Yeah, he just like there's all like cryptic carvings.
Uh-huh.
Fortunately, the victim did not escape.
All creepy teepees everywhere. You know what?
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Speaking of True Detective, that symbol on chapter 10 reminded me of it for some reason. That creepy thing that's on the girls' backs. It's like a. Do you know what I'm talking about, Ryan?
Is it a
Yeah.
Fibonacci sequence or a golden ratio?
Yeah. Oh,
It's creepy. I just thought that was weird that you brought that up. I'm like, oh my god. So anyway, thought about that.
Because it's found all over the cosmos.
What?
That pattern.
Cosmos?
Yeah.
you know,
I
Jordan
missed it.
Peterson. You know, Jordan Peterson thinks that like early drawings of like two snakes entwined meant that early man like was like intuitively knowing their own DNA.
That's awesome.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
It's
That's
amazing.
Joe Rogan?
No, Jordan Peterson. Yeah. Well, Joe Rogan believed it. Joe Rogan was like, wow. Wow. Look that up. Look
Whoa, man.
that up. Pop that. Wow.
Wow, dude.
Did they shoot their own elk?
It's amazing.
All right. Eldrith, come on.
All right, so Asni, Asni is doing some embroidery. She's hanging with the girl Chesmal. Chesmal,
Oh,
Chesmal.
Chesmal,
Lair.
the yard. In walks what's her name?
Esme Weatherwax, like from Discworld.
Oh, Discworld. That's it. Ryan, have you read any Discworld?
No. That
It's a
no.
fun
Yes.
world.
Have you read it?
Yeah, a lot of it.
Okay.
Oh,
We need after we finish with this series, we need a series where Josh brings us through a book that we haven't read and that he's read.
Well, there's like 40 Discworld world books.
Yeah, there's a lot of Discworld novels.
So we'd have to go through like, all right, we're just going to be Vimes and read the Vimes, or we're just going to do like Vampire, or the world's it's
Wait,
so
on Lipwig.
They're missing out.
it's a fun. It's like it's as if to me it's as if Douglas Adams wrote like fantasy.
Or Douglas Adams wrote Shakespeare, but
What, Douglas Adams?
wrote Shakespeare.
That's great.
The
In tuplets?
Eldrith is a plump brown. Is plump brown? Is that
Plump Brown.
No, Dan, no.
Ryan?
No, it's not a freaking obligation, Dan.
Ryan, you haven't made a plump brown lately?
I didn't put a drink to it.
You didn't poop? It's poop.
Oh my
It's a
god.
poop joke.
I have to find this
Brown.
one. Oh no.
I deserve that.
Still hanging down her back. Still hanging down her back. The Plump Brown.
Monsters.
That is
Oh
wow. Still hanging down her back, the plump brown. Dress was dark too, and never mind. All right. In walks Eldrith. She's poop emoji. She's apparently the highest amongst the group, and even Mogideon had appointed her in charge. But realistically, the head Mamma Jamma is Tamail. Tamail comes in.
Wow.
Everyone kind of, their tone changes a little bit. They watch Tamail break. So it says, quote, Asne had lost track of how often she had killed or tortured in her 130 years since she gained the shawl, but she had seldom seen anyone so enthusiastic as Tamail. Watching Tamail, and she had broken Leanne, and they made her watch. It was gross.
Quick vertical slash.
They were like, "Hey, you can't go into Tel'aran'rhiod." We said, they're like, they don't even listen. Tamail's like, "I do what I want," and she was hiding behind a pillar, and she gives us the tea. There was some guy who managed to get himself. Says a man who let them see him, and someone else I could not see. The palace is no safe place to talk, I guess. And I bet you it's all echoey, even in Tel'aran'rhiod. Like when they walk, it's all clunk, 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 like it echo. You know what I mean? Like a palace would.
Totally.
You're hearing it, Kay.
I do. It totally feels like it would be echoey in Tel'aran'rhiod, regardless of it being a palace or not. I don't know why.
You know, I think of it as like when there's snow on the ground and it kind of muffles.
Really?
Sound. Yeah.
Interesting.
Think of it as like insulated.
Nice.
And then we get finally a Millie Skane POV. Millie Skane, our friend Jansen's favorite character in the entire planet. She has been masquerading as the Lady Shiani. Lady Shay Shay.
Lady Shay Shay.
She's like, "Hey, more wine, girl." And they're like, "You're bossing around an Aes Sedai. We're just dark friends. What are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, because my best friend Moradin. Have you met my friend Moradin?" Anyways, Moradin, I can call him right now if you want. I texted him just yesterday. Do you want to read? So I was talking to Moradin. Moradin's favorite place to eat is Nobu. He took me to Nobu the other day. Have you been to Nobu with Moradin? I don't think so.
No.
So she's dropping Moradin all over the place. She's like, psh. And apparently Morden said that she can go ahead and kill both of the sisters. Go ahead. I don't care. Do what you want. Do what you want.
Oh, do what you want.
Do what you belong. You got carte blanche. She says, Mogideon ordered you to obey me, Marilyn. I know, because Morden told me. Oh, and do you know about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift? Morden told me those. Oh, do you know about Barney Harris? You know what Morden said? Oh, do you really know why the Jews did 9/11? I'm just kidding.
Man, geez, you're gonna start a conspiracy
That's what Millie
theory.
Skate does. I mean, she's out there.
I feel like there's a conspiracy theory forming in the ether right now.
It's really
God.
Skate.
Wasn't Carte Blanche from the Golden Girls?
It was carte blanche.
Hey, carte blanche.
I've been waiting to say that. You guys talk so fast.
It's called topic change. Topic change. Topic change.
Yeah, clearly I should have interrupted Dan earlier and saved him from that last joke.
I wish you had. I was going. I'm like, oh darn.
Yeah,
When I say
like,
sorry, as soon as I say something,
you were like playing Hangman in the hardest word possible.
you guys got me going with the Tom Cruise stuff. I thought, no holds are barred.
No.
Yeah, that's finally, Dan. Just did it.
So Lady Cheyenne is a dark.
You know what the weirds are doing to the soil?
Is that right?
You know what's weird? I like you. No, I didn't. Here. You want part?
So Lady Cheyenne is a dark friend, right? Isn't she the one who ran the weird restaurant kind of thing at the
That's
top?
so funny. I was gonna make a joke that Lady Cheyenne was my favorite Chinese food place.
No.
Well, wasn't Lady Cheyenne the one who ran the restaurant in the Sanshin something that had dark friends stopping by?
All right, where's our friend Norman Garden or Matt Jagger? We need some confirmation. I also want to. Since we're talking about people that we may or may not know, who was this man we saw in the dream? Do we know this person?
What?
The man in the dream?
The one who sneezed?
It made me think of the guy with the two faces who Perrin chased, Stepper. No,
Yeah. No, he's Striker.
Striker.
Slayer.
Striker. I don't even know.
Striker. Slap.
Yeah. Slayer.
Yeah.
Slayer. Go.
Slayer. There we go. Slayer.
I can't tell if Dan's copulating. Or...
Giant.
Oh no! Okay, now he's killing. Okay. The bad.
feel of filth remained.
I saw a car.
I thought you were coming over and finishing kill, Dan. Sorry, you left the screen. I thought you were gonna be all. Oh shit! I missed it.
Oh, my shoulder. My shoulder.
What happened?
My shoulder. Ow. Ow.
I hear Toby laughing.
Yeah,
Just what's making me laugh.
shoulder like Lethal Weapon. I go. Oh.
Ooh, ouch. That sounded horrifying.
Using them.
It's really good. Hey, what does this mean? Why are you grinning at me and thumbing your ear like a looby?
That's so
What's a looby?
I mean, Kay, how do lubies thumb their ears? First of all, how do you thumb an ear? Okay, that's a whole grip.
Grinning at me and thumbing your ear like a. I don't know what a looby is, but are you like grinning? This is creepy, right? Are you getting creeped out yet? I'm grinning and thumbing my ear like a looby.
Oh, lube.
In my ear.
You have to
Drink.
I lubed my ear and I can't hear you now. What?
All right. Dark One's taint oozing into him from Weaves. Dark
There
One's
we
taint
go.
oozing into him. There we go. Well, from never mind. Shh.
That's a good one. We have heard the name David Hanlon before.
Yeah, he's a magician who escapes traps. on
Yeah,
TV.
and he does amazing dove work.
Yeah. Didn't even
That's the guy that's
Guys, I thought that was David Hasselhoff.
No, he's the one who let SpongeBob surf on his back and helped him save Squidward or something.
Patrick.
No, he said his name's now David Hoff. Did you hear this?
Oh, David Hoff.
He's David Hoff. He said, that way it's no hassle.
Ooh, Luby, an awkward person, especially one who is lazy or stupid.
A lover.
Lubber.
Hey, I'm
You're
a
such
big
a lover.
I'm a lover of
Wait,
all
this
things.
is spelled Loobie. Is that the same? It's the same, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Is it the same?
No, that's all. That's all English.
Rescue. Luby. Right. Hey, everyone in chat and on screen, let's try to use the word Luby in some
In bed.
In bed.
But hold on.
My little Luby. You like that, my little Luby?
Ryan,
He would
that's
lean over and grab his ass from behind.
It's working.
it's easy. It's like, should we use lube A? Should we use lube B? Or lube C?
C, Lube D, or Luby?
Lube B? Lube G?
Lube D and Lube D.
Some categories of lube.
Lube here, lube.
As long as it's warming, Dan, I'll take you
It's
inside me.
minty, like fork root tea.
Minty like fork root tea.
Uh,
Maybe.
Lube-
Schlock Fest energy. Wow.
what were you really thinking though, white man?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
I wish.
Don't hold back on us next time, please.
I
That
know.
looks like we're really considering
How
doing
to one
You're
shot.
really I'm not really getting it.
We know his proclivities. His-
the gluteus maximus.
Hey, you know what, guys? Do what you want.
Fuck you, I'll do what I want.
What? Yeah.
I think
We do.
I think about whoa. We gotta go.
We gotta go.
Oh, that's going to the Scooby Doo soundtrack. Looby Doo. Where are you?
All right, so yeah, everyone, your homework for the week is let me see your game, and then say Luby in bed. So yeah, if you're on a date, ask to see the game. If you get in bed, call us Luby.
Ryan, I just went to a little motel that had themed rooms, They're like sex themed rooms, and I went to the Fred Flintstone room, and they had the Dabaloob.
Yeah, but
Yabba dabba loo.
Yeah, the Dabaloob.
I think for Christmas next year, Josh should gift us all with his homemade luby, elderberry flavor,
Dave.
elderflower luby.
It was elderflower, wasn't it? I even got it wrong. It was elderflower.
It was, Ryan. It was elderflower for sure.
He's all, I do prefer the elderflower,
Or the elderberry.
not the berry.
Elderflower.
Well, we were planning on doing 2 more chapters, and I was not able to do it. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the time. I know we have plenty of time. We could.
So look, we need a whole show for those 2 chapters. They're like the seismic
Yeah.
bubble of the entire book so far. So
Oh yeah. A lot of shit goes down.
Yes.
One-
Love the interaction between Min and Avienda. We need to dissect the shit out of that.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was fun and fascinating.
poly relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Polyoption free.
Polyoctane free.
Just getting this shit to yell at my house. I'm doing it live on the show. Because I do all the same commentary in my house alone.
Alone.
Time.
Did Wheel of Time turn you, Polly?
Yeah. Fun fact: I knew I was Green Aja before I knew what the word poly was.
Ooh, fun. That's fun fact.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I mean, I started reading when I was like 11, so it was formative for me.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You're like, that is definitely, like, I identify with that type of person more so. Like, even that young. What?
I was like, well, I can fuck more than one person. Let's do this.
That is freedom, bitches. USA.
And the Aes Sedai more or less own these dudes because they can go also. Oh, go get my purse, and the warden's like, all right.
Please.
The wellspring of goodwill never runs dry with your warder.
Another fun fact: Mistress Dobie, the character that I created, what is Green Aja retired into the kin,
Nice.
who now uses the 1 power or BDSM in a dungeon. That was like the background that I came up
The
with.
background story.
Hey, are you tied to the oath?
There was a whole story. How come I didn't
No more oaths. Rejected the oath rod.
I mean,
Did I know that?
No, I don't know.
You must have told me at some point. That's so crazy. You have to. Did you have it on? You need to like. I feel like everybody needs to know the story. I want to know all of it now.
I think I initially had it when I first made the Twitter account, and then like I've changed it over time.
Well, in this case, your high school yearbook does have a MacBook.
It does.
Old Tongue, which is a hard flex, guys.
I was really nerdy even in high school.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Nerdy and slutty. Back then, it's still the same.
Even back then.
You're so hot right now. I can't even handle it.
The funniest part of that story is I made this pact with my nerd friends. So I had this group of nerd friends who would not teach me D&D, first of all. But we made a pact that we'd all do Wheel of Time quotes in the yearbook. And I did it, obviously. And one other person did it. And it was a Dobie quote. And the only other guy that did it, his picture happened to be directly under my picture. And I'm like, we're the only 2 ones that had matching quotes, and I'm sure everyone thought we were like secretly dating or something. So,
Or that you're on like the yearbook committee, and then you did it on purpose.
Yeah.
You lined up your phone.
Mysteriously somehow, right, Ryan?
That's so silly.
Do they even do yearbook committees anymore, or is it all like AI?
Probably
The
not.
volleyball team was terrific this year.
AI that shit now.
Just goes to everyone's social medias.
It's all just AI teachers and AI students. Problem
Yeah.
solved.
Problem
What?
We had there was a 44 points scored by at Ryan Morgan at
Right. And they're all searchable links.
Fantastic performance by Butt Munch 420 at
Hashtag demonetized.
Ah. Oh no.
This has been a fun show, guys.
Right? This has been fun.
Discord after show.
Yeah, we'll jump on Discord if someone can post
As soon as I find my phone.
chat. That way, anyone who wants to join us, go ahead. It's a free option for y'all, and we get to hang out after, see our faces and stuff, do stuff. You know.
You know. Some stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, it might take a
We're gonna listen to some
our mid riffs.
we're gonna listen to some Little Mermaid a cappella.
That's right.
So
Yeah, I'd like to see some mid riffs.
your riches ready.
Gnomon Garden, thank you for pointing out the Rihanna Pratchett book. I'm gonna get this.
That's great.
What does that mean?
Discworld. Don't worry about
Okay.
it.
Whoosh.
All right,
All
everyone.
right.
We will. Next show should be a great one. We got some good parts of the
Yes.
book.
Yeah, I think we're only getting to 2 chapters next show, but
Yes.
Really
2
good
chapters. Let's yes. Deep dive those 2 chapters.
What?
Josh wants to, so I think we have to go deeper on chapter 11 and 12.
So deep.
Go deep or go home.
This
This
has
is the way of the leaf.
We do this every Tuesday. We're going through the books until we get to the end. We're on book 10 and book 9. We're awesome. We also do a show on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern where we talk all spoiler stuff. So
it is book 10 because we read New Spring
this is the 10th
That's
book.
right.
Correct.
In the oeuvre.
and the Oeuvre.
Oeuvre.
Oeuvre. Oeuvre.
Oeuvre.
I'm
All
right.
right, Discord bitches. Good night.
Discord bitches.
All right, yeah. Hey, whoever just jumped in, number 15 watching,
Yeah.
you know, fuck off.
Yeah. See you in church.